Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, July the 14th of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, Clogier Road deterioration worsens. Road drops 3 feet. New Groovy King to be crowned in 2025. Boise will not defend his crown. Soca artiste appeals to Spice Mass for vetting of preliminary round of competition. Ward renovations to commence at General Hospital. And in regional news, Jamaica PM urges support for rural school bus system amid opposition criticism. While internationally, Europe heats twice as fast as rest of the world. Elderly and housing face growing climate risks. And coming up in sports, ministry to launch Pathway to Champions program while West Indies surrenders to Australia, handing them a 3-0 series victory. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The Infrastructure Ministry, along with the contractor for the Clogier Road project, are working to find a quick resolve to the problem as the road condition worsens. Christina John reports.
What appeared as a small crack across the road just 4 days ago have now developed into a 3-foot drop in the road's surface. The Clogier Road project has worsened, prompting a reevaluation of the area. Work on the project was halted over the weekend as the Ministry of Infrastructure, together with the Managing Director of Fari Construction, worked together to chart the way forward. On Monday, GBN revisited the site, which revealed further deterioration. Junior Fari, Managing Director of Fari Construction Services Limited, explained to the GBN's news team that although there was a challenge with the water beneath the surface, a broken main further exacerbated the problem.
We have on the other side, at the left of us, we have what we have called like a dashing swamp. So the land, they have a lot of water in it. Originally, we got it under control, so we were preventing the water from the left-hand side coming on into the project. But I think last week Saturday, that's when they had a challenge with a 6-inch busted pipe on the ground that ran all through the night, Saturday night into Sunday. Maybe about the water was shut off maybe about 9 o'clock Sunday morning. So when we came, we noticed the entire road caved in. Well, it's obvious if you have a 6-inch line bust, you know it's a lot of water. So this is what really triggered off the bigger problem here now. Right where we stand in, underneath, this area it went, so we have to do a little temporary something for the villagers to pass through.
The Managing Director said they were well on their way to advancing the project before this setback. However, he remains optimistic that the problem will be rectified.
Because originally, when I say originally, just before the Saturday, before this happened, we had everything in place to cast a wing wall. Concrete came on the weekend, we had to return, we had to send them back because pieces of what happened the night before. So the challenge was there from since the beginning. We came to cast 64 feet of wall in the first instance, and now we already cast 120 feet of wall by 16 feet high with a base of 14 feet. Thickness at the base is 18 inches. So we did a lot of work, but we believe it will happen. We will get the thing fixed. I mean, it's challenging. I mean, I always like to be optimistic. You know, everybody talking about the challenge. Yes, we know there is a challenge, but what's about the fixing? So we're here to get things organized and see how we can best solve the problem.
He explained their intention with the hope that fair weather continues and work can resume on the project.
What we were doing now, the team and I was looking at the way forward in terms of bringing the machine at the back. We did that in the beginning, but we're going to do it again. Bring the machine at the back so we could dredge the swamp and bring the water to the other side, so we'll have this area dried up so we can continue the work. We will pump out the water. The water in a couple of hours, the water will go out, right? It's looking as though if it's a big swimming pool, but it's not. That will go out. If it's going to start pumping now, in a couple of hours, that will be dried up. We have the machines. We have machines we could bring in anytime if we need, but we have 3 machines on the site, so we will use the big excavator there to remove some of the slush materials and see how we can get the wing wall just blind and cast.
A temporary walk was installed so that residents can traverse from one part of the village to the other side. Faris said so far the villagers, including the homeowner of the house that is compromised, have been very cooperative. Christina John, GBN News.
A new Groovy Monarch will be crowned in 2025. And as the journey to crown the 2025 Groovy Monarch heats up, the reigning king breaks his silence.
After weeks of speculation, reigning Groovy Soca monarch Jalan Boise Olive has finally addressed the question on everyone's mind.
We already know Boise not taking part in the power. They're out. So come. Yeah. Let me ask Boise now what everybody want to ask Boise. Boise, would you be defending the Groovy Monarch? No. I know. No, so you're not defending the Groovy Monarch. No. So all you had for yourself.
In a brief guest appearance on the final night of the Groovy Soca preliminaries at the Carnage Basketball Court, Olive confirmed his decision to step back from this year's competition. However, he chose to remain tight-lipped about the reason behind his withdrawal, leaving fans and followers still guessing. When the artist failed to make an appearance at the Soca prelims, this further increased speculations. Despite Olive's absence, the Groovy Soca scene remains vibrant. A total of 27 artists have advanced to the semi-final round following 3 exciting nights of preliminary competition from July 10th to the 12th at the Carnage venue. These semi-finalists will now prepare for the next stage of the competition, the Brian Griffith Groovy semi-final, set for Thursday, July 24th at Progress Park in St. Andrew. The top contenders from that round will go on to compete in the highly anticipated final, Bacchanal Friday on August 8th at the National Cricket Stadium. Christina John, GBN News.
As the 2025 Carnival season heats up, veteran soca artiste Finbar Shortpree Andrews is not only returning to the big stage, but also lending his voice to the ongoing conversation about the quality of performances in this year's competitions. The semi-finalists in both the Power and Groovy Soca Monarch competitions this year, Shortpree says he's encouraged by the presence of new talent, but is also calling for greater attention to writing, delivery, and stagecraft. He noted a growing wave of young writers entering the space, but emphasized the need for them to approach the art form with more depth and cultural understanding.
You basically want to lay a foundation that when 20, 25 years down the road, somebody could call your name and say, this man used to write stuff back then, but it lasted all the way up to now. I think we focus on too much of the writing for catching the crowd for a moment, and then after a few months months, then the song disappears. So I don't think it's ability. I think it's just we need to put more effort into studying and respecting the craft and the culture instead of just looking for a hype or a joyride in terms of popularity.
While applauding some standout performances in the preliminaries, Shortpree didn't shy away from pointing out issues with basic stage preparations for some contestants. To address this, the former monarch is advocating for a revamped vetting system, suggesting that not all contestants should automatically make it to the preliminary stage without undergoing a quality check. He believes that introducing a judging or maybe a screening mechanism before prelims could improve the quality of performances overall and help preserve the integrity of the art form.
So I think we have to find a process where, after registration, that we do a sub-judging to break down into maybe a final 80 for preliminaries, because some of these people even embarrassing the name of Spice Mass and Grenada on a whole when they get on stage, because I mean Spice Mass have to really think about those things when the competition starts and it's live. You have to make sure that the people coming on stage, you have an idea of what they're going to say with their mouth. And I think it's time for we to kind of have a pre-judging before we even come to the preliminary stage, so that we could sift out some of those that are not good for the stage. And we can't be lying and playing politics and playing nice by saying that thing. We have some of those artists definitely not good and should not be on the stage, even though it's a preliminary stage.
Shortpree is set to compete in the semifinals of both Groovy and Power Soca later this month. He says his return is driven not just by competition, but by a commitment to elevating the standard of Grenadian soca. With just weeks to go before the height of Spice Mass 2025, the national conversation around Jab Jab continues to stir emotions. Soca artiste and cultural ambassador Shortpree is now adding his voice to the call for responsible celebration of this powerful tradition. Approximately 1 month ago, Grenadians went into a frenzy online following comments made by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who expressed concern about Jab Jab being played too early in the carnival season. His remarks came after multiple spontaneous Jab Jab street sessions were held across the island following the official May 2nd launch of Spice Mass. Now, Shortpree, a cultural voice and 2025 Power and Groovy Monarch semi-finalist, is weighing in.
The Prime Minister did not tell them anything about not to play. He was very much straight to the words about playing on the nation's roads and being careless about it, because a lot of people complaining about the tires sliding through the oil, and that is not something to be joking about. I mean, driving on the road on itself is a dangerous matter when the road is good, much less so if there is other things like the tire sliding through oil. So that is a very, very important message, and again it comes down to lawlessness and carelessness. A responsible citizen would make sure that even though they're playing Jab Jab, that they have the section in order, that everybody playing with accordance and everybody portraying in accordance with dignity and a sense of pride. We don't want people to just come in and because they think they take a 2 shot of rum, that they should be drunk and want to cause police and throw oil and fling thing. We don't want this kind of thing around our societies. We could play Jab and play with dignity as a people, and that is what I want to see from our people.
Shortpree is urging Jab Jab lovers to remember the deeper cultural significance behind the oils, paint, and chains. He says Jab Jab is not just spectacle, it's resistance, it's rebellion, and it's history.
I just want to remind people that when we say Jab, we mean freedom, we mean television. I mean, Jab is not lawlessness, so I just want people to bear in mind that Jab is a celebration of freedom and togetherness. Jab has nothing to do with lawlessness. So we want to keep it at a high level, keep our young people safe, keep our young people classy, and not to teach them things that our forefathers never teach us.
He's calling on all revelers, especially the younger generation, to enjoy the culture, but to honor it with respect and awareness. The Royal Grenada Police Force, RGPF, has launched an investigation into a suspected drowning incident that occurred on Monday, July the 14th, 2025, in the Lansopine area of St. George. According to preliminary information, the victim had gone snorkeling when he reportedly became unresponsive in the water. Divers were able to retrieve him and bring him ashore, where CPR was administered. Despite efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead by a medical doctor at the scene. The identity of the deceased has not yet been officially confirmed. A post-mortem examination is scheduled to determine the exact cause of death. Investigations are ongoing. Coming up in network news, ward renovations to commence at the General Hospital. Stay with us.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Dreaming of a summer vacation? We can make it happen. Need a credit card for summer spending? We can make that happen too. Need a loan for Carnival, debt consolidation, education expenses, and more? We've got you covered with a Republic Bank Make It Happen loan. Up to 100% financing, competitive rates, and a chance to win great prizes. Live your best life this summer with financing from Republic Bank. Check out republicgrenada.com or visit us today to get Get your summer started right with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Grenada, get ready for an event like no other as One Don Promotions presents Groovy White, a night where we celebrate groovy music on Saturday, July 19th at Radisson Hotel Car Park, featuring live from Trinidad, Mikel Teja, Ding Dong. Also featuring College Boy Jesse and Kote. And from Grenada, the ultimate soca champion, Blacker Dan. See my ex with a new man. Two Blacks, Thaleen, Mr. Golden, Vaughn, and much more. Hosted by Shortleg and Rachel Price. Early bird tickets are $75. General admission $100. VIP $400. Available at all authorized ticket outlets and gotofed.com. Saturday, July 19th. Don't miss Groovy White as we celebrate groovy music at the Radisson Hotel Car Park.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Welcome back. Wards at the General Hospital are getting a much-needed upgrade as renovation work kicks off next Tuesday. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us the details.
Minor renovation works is scheduled to begin on July 22nd at the male and female medical and surgical wards of the General Hospital. This would result in reduced capacity of the wards in the coming weeks. Speaking at a press conference this morning, Medical Director of the General Hospital, Mrs. Maria Joseph, assured the public that despite the temporary disruption, the hospital remains committed to delivering the best possible care for its patients. Dr. Joseph outlined some of the works to be carried out on the wards.
Both medical wards, which both female and medical male, and the surgical wards, both female and medical, female and male surgical wards. So we're in the process of getting the logistics in place. So on the surgical ward, the contractor, he decided he will construct whatever he needs to construct out and bring in to the surgical ward to get it done. And the medical contract, the one who has the ward for the medical wards, he wants to block out based on the area he will block out. So that can be a bit of challenge in terms of capacity for the medical ward, but that's how we are going to go forward. Additionally, we have little painting and stuff to do. We'll try to minimize that environmental exposure to our patients and use the right paint to suit the environment that we work in.
Meanwhile, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles addressed the alternative arrangements being put in place for patients during the renovation period.
Now, what can happen is that the construction work will happen in a phased manner. So you will not tackle all 4 wards one time. That will allow, based on the I guess the type of work that is needed and what products that is used. This will allow patients, for example, on the female medical, if work is ongoing on the female medical, to be housed in the female surgical ward as needed. And the same can apply for male medical.
Health officials are appealing for the public's understanding and cooperation as the hospital undertakes these critical improvements. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health is taking urgent action to restore reliable backup power at the General Hospital. More in this report.
The Ministry of Health is moving to address a critical issue at the General Hospital, the failure of its backup generator. Health Minister Philip Tellisford says plans are already in place to resolve the problem, which stemmed from years of poor maintenance.
This government inherited the hospital without certain structures, and we are building SOPs, we are building structures. As far as the generator and the outages are concerned, we have a backup generator, or we have backup generators on site serving different sections of the hospital. This time around, we've had maybe about 3 or 4 power outages, 4 power outages, I'm told. Each of them lasting between 10 to 15 minutes, thereabout. And the generator failed to kick in when we expected it to, which means that the automatic transfer switch failed at that point in time. Normally, we would expect it to kick in. Now, usually there would be a month-to-month testing of the generator. But as in everything else, machine goes bad.
Medical Director of the General Hospital, Mrs. Maria Joseph, assured the public that steps are being taken to restore reliable backup power to the facility.
Going forward, we ensure that when they fix the control board, whatever design, the asphalt, the as-built design will be done in electronic and also paper-based. We'll ensure that that is placed in the generator room, and ensure maintenance team is properly trained to ensure that we check and document, so we'll catch things before it reaches the stage of not knowing. And we're going to ensure that we have proper maintenance training for the in-house persons.
Both the Minister and the medical director stressed the importance of proper maintenance going forward, noting that uninterrupted power supply is essential for patient safety and the smooth operation of essential medical services. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
A new chapter in Grenada's history will unfold this August as Emancipation Day is celebrated on August the 1st for the very first time. Rena P. Thomas tells us more.
The theme for this year's 2025 Emancipation Day celebration is Remember Our Past, Reclaiming Our Roots, and Empowering Our Future. Preparations are on the way to commemorate the day, which will be officially observed on August 1st for the first time in Grenada's history. Chair of the Emancipation Committee, Livingston Nelson, says the celebration will begin on the evening of July 31st with a watch night service to which religious leaders from all denominations are invited.
One is to have what we call a watch night. And we go back into the minds of the slave, what it would be like knowing that the next day on the 1st would be your day of freedom. All of those things planned. The Thursday is also carried to be a national African wear day. So where we'll be asking the population to come out with your African wear. It is a working day to be, clad in your African wear. Be proud of who you are.
Nelson outlined the activities planned and revealed that St. Andrew will host a full slate of cultural events on August 1st to mark the occasion.
There would going to be arts and craft, and the arts and craft and the agricultural industrialization. All these will be taking place from Thursday and again going on until Friday at the bus terminus in Grenville. Now on the Friday, we are hoping to have from 6 o'clock in the morning in the Grenville car park. From 4:30, we are going to be having the traditional bands. So the traditional bands, we have some of the Shotneys, the Veko, the Moko Jumbi, the Apaches. They will be leaving from Dunfermline Bridge. Some would leave from by Saturday Junction, some from Paradise, and then we are also going to be having some of the drum corps. 4 of the drum corps are carried to be on that. They will be starting from Paradise, from Progress Park, and they're making their way to Grenville. We anticipate that they should be there in Grenville about 6, when everything is by 6, as it starts getting dark. And they are going, the marching bands would proceed straight from Grenville onto Sobeys. They would meet the other flambeau marchers, so the people with flambeau, and they would accompany them back to Grenville. And when that is over, they are going to be assembling at the bus terminus, and there we are going to be having the stage performances.
In June, the government amended the legislation to shift the holiday from the first Monday in August to August 1st, declaring it an official bank holiday, a move many have advocated for over the years. Historian Angus Martin, a member of the Emancipation Celebration Committee, says the legislative change is historic.
So I think over the years we have seen a greater effort to celebrate Emancipation Day as something that's important to Grenadians, because it's the day that Grenadians achieve that freedom from generational enslavement. So the legislation recognizes that and places the importance. I think now one of the things that we need to work towards is the advocacy, and now has to move towards education, awareness of what emancipation was, what it means, and what it still means in terms of the recognition of freedom for Grenadians.
Emancipation Day 2025 promises to be a powerful reflection of Grenada's heritage and the resilience of its people. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Still to come in network news, a walk to raise awareness against all forms of violence. We'll tell you more after the break.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling global Africa. The 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum, Active 2025, is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts, bringing the noise.
He'll say your back, come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Quartz presents their 2025 appliance event, Be Inspired, at all Quartz stores nationwide. Save big on select appliances, plus free gifts with purchase. Buy a washer and get 20% off any dryer. Plus, get more when you shop on credit with 10% cash back and free delivery on purchases of $5,000 and over. So don't miss your chance to be inspired at the Quartz 2025 appliance event, only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends July 24. Conditions apply.
This isn't just rum. It's a captivating journey infused with the essence of Bios Bombay, warmth and wonder. Experience the rich depth of Campeche like never before. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
It's back, and it's bigger, bolder, and funnier than ever. Old Mass 2025 is coming to the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 20th from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Corporation, and Grenlec. Bring the whole family for an afternoon of laughs, local entertainment, exciting prizes, and a special appearance by the Carnival Queen contestants. Tickets are just $40 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Available from any Lions or Leo member. Grenadian Optical and Clear Vision. All Mass 2025. Sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. I'm with them.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen them on the waters in Dubai. We've seen them on the water in Miami. Now, they're here in Grenada. The most exciting, electrifying, and unique water sport experience to hit Grenada. Grenada Jet Cars. Book a car today. Call 473-406-JCAR or 5227. Visit our website at grenadajetcar.com or follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Grenada Jet Cars. Enjoy a fun-filled ride across the waters of Grenada.
This is going to be fun.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The walk to raise awareness against all forms of violence was deemed a success as the Special Victims Unit joined with the Ministry of Social and Community Development to raise awareness and curb this societal ill. Christina John was there and has this report.
A powerful display of solidarity and community spirit, the Special Victims Unit, the SVU, and the Ministry of Social Development joined forces on Saturday to host a walk aimed at raising awareness and saying a firm no to all forms of violence. The walk from the Grandlands Post Office to the Tantine playing field drew participation from individuals, advocacy groups, law enforcement personnel, and ministry officials dressed in T-shirts bearing anti-violence messages. The GBN News team spoke to Sergeant Nancy Joseph, who is attached to the Special Victims Unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
We are seeing a trend in terms of the violation of privacy, where persons are exposing nude photos of persons without their consent. We're seeing a slight increase in those numbers, as well as an increase in some of the reports of the domestic matters that are reported. So our effort this afternoon was to spread the word, to get persons out there to understand that we are not in no means condoning violence. As our banner said, we said zero tolerance to all forms of violence, and we wanted to give people the opportunity to see the Special Victims Unit, know the Special Victims Unit, know what we're about and what water is spreading. Our numbers remain the same, 400, it's a toll-free number. You can call if you see anything. We always encourage, if you see anything, if you know anything, that you must say something. This afternoon we saw persons with different color t-shirts. The teal color represented sexual violence, and it says awareness brings change. We have the purple t-shirt, which is representing our stamp against domestic disputes, and it says silence hides violence. We have the blue, which represented the child abuse, and the white t-shirt we spoke about with solidarity, all the other colors that we're matching with this afternoon.
Organizers emphasized that the event was not only a platform to raise awareness about issues such as domestic abuse, sexual abuse, and child abuse, but also an opportunity to promote healthy lifestyles through physical activity.
We walked not only for ourselves, but for those whose voices have been silenced, for those still in fear, and for future generations who deserve to live free from violence in all its forms, be it domestic, sexual, emotional, physical, or digital. This work is part of the Special Victims Unit's ongoing commitment to raising awareness, strengthening education, and promoting prevention. But it is also a collective effort. We are deeply grateful to all our partners. Together, we are stronger. Together, we stop violence.
A spokesperson from the Ministry of Social Development echoed these sentiments.
Today, the Child Protection Authority, in collaboration with the Special Victims Unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force and other dedicated organizations, take this stand, step by step, towards creating a safer and just society for all. By working together and wearing these colors, we show unwavering support for survivors, our commitment to prevention, and our refusal to stay silent. Let this not just be a walk, but a reminder that ending violence, breaking silence, and supporting survivors must be a shared mission, not just today, but every day.
The afternoon, which served as a simple yet effective way to combine advocacy with exercise, concluded with a brief gathering at the Tantian playing field where participants engaged in a cool-down exercise and were treated to entertainment from local artists. Organizers plan to take the walk to other parishes, continuing the push for community-based solutions to violence while encouraging healthier, more connected neighborhoods. Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. We'll have sports and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Good evening, sports fans. Government has committed to providing all schools across the island with physical education teachers. The announcement came from Sports Minister Delma Thomas during a recent award ceremony recognizing participants from two major regional sporting events. An 8-member team participated in the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletic Association Age Group Championship, capturing overall first place position. Another team attended the Barbados Grand Prix. Addressing the gathering, Minister Thomas highlighted the role of physical education teachers in the development process of athletes.
That in September, we are rolling out physical education teaching in school. And I agree, you can't teach physical education with a tie in your neck and dress up in your uniform. You have to be able to teach the children the necessary skills. So as a government, as part of our policy decision, we have been working along with Ministry of Education. So we have a team, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Sports, and we have had a call. We had a number of people registered, and so we will be looking to create that team of not only skill, because you could have the skill, but not the passion, and then we have issues. So we want the passion there. So we will be very soon rolling out a team. There are some schools already who have coaches, who have physical education teachers, whereas there are others who do not have.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Sports will soon be rolling out a support program for junior athletes. It will be dubbed Pathway to Success. Sports Minister Delma Thomas says the program will seek to address many of the challenges faced by athletes during their developmental stages.
A program that will also roll out, and I do not want to give an exact date here, but I know on the onset of the new school term, the children, so we have a lot of them here who are in the primary school, we are looking at ways in which we can work to empower them. So it's Pathway to Champions. We do not want to wait until you become champions, or when you have other issues that you can't take part because you're looking for a job. So we want to provide you with the support. And so we have many of our people outside there in the diaspora, and we have a lot of the local businesses in Grenada, so it will be partnership. So we will be partnering to provide assistance for food, assistance for bus. We also will have your gears and all that, because we believe that we have to provide all around the children. You see, you could be good as Ethan, and we know, but if Ethan does not get the support that he needs, then he can fall through the cracks. We do not want none of our children to fall through the cracks, so you can be assured that very soon we have this launch.
West Indies capitulated as Australia sealed a 3-0 series whitewash in the Frank World Trophy after bowling out the West Indies with the second lowest total in Test history at Kingston's Sabina Park. Here's how the game rolled out. Chasing a 204-run target for victory, the West Indies were rolled 4 for 27 and 14.3 overs in astonishing scenes, courtesy of a 6-wicket haul to Mitchell Starc and a hat trick for Scott Boland. Playing his 100th test, Starc decimated the West Indies' top order with the Pink Dukes balls, passing the 400-wicket milestone and sealing his 16th 5-wicket haul in the game's longest format. The left-armed quick, who was later named player of the match, claimed 3 scalps in the opening over the innings before sealing his 5-wicket haul in just 15 deliveries, an all-time record in tests. Later in the innings, Boland became the Australian to take a test hat-trick after ripping through the West Indies' lower order following the tea break, dismissing Justin Graves, Shamar Joseph, and Jamal Warrican in consecutive deliveries. Starc finished with a career-best 6 for 9 from 7.3 overs, the best bowling figures by an Australian in the West Indies since 1955, while Boland claimed 3 for 2 from 2 overs. 7 West Indies players were dismissed for a duck, an unwanted test record for the embarrassed Caribbean team. And that's what's been happening in sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is calling on Jamaicans to support the implementation of the rural school bus system amid criticism from the opposition People's National Party, PNP.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is standing firm in support of the government's national school bus system. This is despite mounting criticism from the opposition People's National Party. The school bus program initiative, which has already launched pilot runs in select parishes, aims to provide dedicated, reliable school buses to thousands of students island-wide. But the opposition People's National Party, PNP, isn't buying it, labeling the program inefficient, poorly planned, and likely to drain critical resources. Despite the criticism, Dr. Holness is pushing back, insisting that relying on public passenger vehicles to meet school strict schedules is unrealistic and unfair.
But you see, people who have never had to take the public school bus, or rather the public transportation system to go to school, wouldn't understand. Wouldn't understand it. You know, I had to take the bus and taxi to school, and when I couldn't, I walked to school.
Dr. Holness said it's unrealistic to expect public passenger vehicles to operate on school schedules. He says that Jamaica needs a dedicated system built for the safety and needs of its students.
And every Jamaican should support this. Almost every modern country, every democracy, that's what they do. They understand the challenges that children would face if they have to compete in public transportation. So they have a parallel but separate transportation system that is more attuned to schools and the maintenance of discipline.
Seeking to calm skeptics, the Prime Minister promised that the expansion will be done in what he called a democratic way.
We're not going to force it on anyone. If people say they don't want it, it doesn't make sense, give it to somebody else who wants it. So it's a collaborative system. So we have spent the last 9 years working it out. So whatever we deliver, we're not delivering you a concept or a test. We're delivering you something that has endurance. It will last and it will solve the problem. So for many years, people thought, boy, it would never happen. Well, it's happening now.
Europe is experiencing climate change at an alarming rate, with temperatures rising twice as fast as the global average. Recent heat waves have led to wildfires in France and severe droughts in Spain and Greece, while the Netherlands has implemented a national heat wave plan to protect vulnerable populations. Al Jazeera has more. That's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. For a recap of the night's top stories, Cloget road deterioration worsens. Road drops 3 feet. New Groovy King to be crowned in 2025. Boise will not defend his crown. Soca artiste appeals to Spice Mass for vetting a preliminary round of competition, while ward renovations to commence at the General Hospital. In regional news, Jamaica's PM urges support for a rural school bus system amid opposition criticism, while internationally, Europe heats twice as fast as the rest of the world. Elderly and the homeless face growing climate risks. And in sports, ministry to launch Pathway to Champions program, while West Indies surrenders to Australia, handing them 3-0 series victory. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Visit our website at www.gbn.gd for more news stories, and you can like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/GBN News and Radio. To report news items in your area, call 440-3033 or 440-1252. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again tomorrow night.
Wow.